Some seeds love it when you...
Place is a mess.
I imagine the Ascendant Order ruffians loitering outside have... Someone planning to depart doesn't set a meal on the table. A few drops of dried blood? A scuffle, but not a murder. The Ascendant Magus did bribe the Dockmaster, just as Captain Katherine said. I think I have a picture of what transpired here. Let's talk, my dear. Nothing packed, food left on the table, and signs of a recent scuffle. I think it's safe to say Dockmaster Arnaud found that his Ascendant Order friends weren't entirely satisfied with their arrangement. They've obviously spirited him. The Dockmaster ignored the wishes of the Ascendant Magus. Captain Katherine saw Arnaud collect another payment at the lock. I suspect he got greedy. And the Ascendant Order's throwing around a lot of coin on High Isle. If we follow the gold, we'll find someone with wealth and local influence behind this. Another clue that a High Isle noble is involved. Perhaps they want to keep the war going. Profit, of course. That's what it always comes down to. Almost. We know their opening move didn't go as planned. I doubt it. I suspect the order... Lord Baccaro...
I'll ask around. See if my contacts have any clues as to where the...
Next time I'm in the field, I think I'll bring a great warhammer. Or
I can't believe you drank our entire stock.
Me? Where's your proof? Just because I woke up in a pile of bottles doesn't mean I'm guilty. Those could have been...
You there! Can we speak for a moment?
I want to help, Lady Arabelle, but I'm concerned for the safety of my retainers.
My associate might be able to help in that regard, Lord Bacaro.
Lady Arabelle asks about the nobility, while 2 of my retainers are missing. Yes, I sent Grenier in to... Thank you, my friend.
Well, I shouldn't just walk in. Oh, good, a kind face. I have tried time and again to ask. Oh, my privet is without a doubt the most beautiful sheep on the island. Just ask anyone and they'll... Even if my privet was just your... I knew you looked friendly. There goes a true friend to animals. I regret that I didn't introduce myself when they arrived. Such a simple gesture. A skeleton! Not privets, thankfully. I hope this poor soul didn't die alone. Oh no, Privet! Wait, these aren't sheep bones. Maybe a horse? Oh, poor thing. Privet's sash. I gave this to her as a present. Finding Privet's sash worries me. She'd never take that off. Unless she left it as a clue. She wants me to know she's here. The boat? What a horrible notion. You don't think they... We know Privet came through here because we found her sash. Of course you do. I could go on for an eternity about her. It was my old worn gardening from the archipelago. Oh, my dear Privet, I don't know how I could live without you. I must say, and I don't usually speak ill of anyone except goats, but those Hadalids were awful. Didn't even bother to explain themselves. I'm thankful you came along to help. And Privet tells me she appreciates you as well. No, thankfully. Her wool is damp and dirty, which I find offensive, but she's safe. I'll clean her right up in no time. Please, take this as a thank you from the both of us. I'm glad that not everyone is as rude as those Hadalids. Oh, it's so good to see you again. Privet and I were just talking about how you heroically saved her. She seems most... First thing, Privet needs a bath. You were quite stern. They fell for her charms, obviously.
I can't believe you drank our entire stock.
Me? Where's your proof? Just because I woke up in a pile of bottles doesn't mean I'm guilty. Those could have been not there in any number of ways.
you return alone. Grenier and Denise were helping the Ascendant. So, Lady Duchess Elea of House Dufort. Duchess Elea wants to protect... Ridiculous. Count Leonard of rivals. My family. We're a small society that...
It's a shame the Ascendant Order got to Lord Baccaro's retainers before you could. What could they have... And are missing... Until we know, Elea is the...
You there! Can we speak for a moment?
I heard the daughter is so distraught she's refusing to leave her rooms. So exciting.
Scandalous. No doubt Isabel.
Might as well enjoy ourselves while we're here. Do you still prefer a Russafeld red, my lady?
That would be delightful. Thank you, Baccaro. Introduce yourself to the nobility, my friend. And remember, even the smallest detail could be the clue we seek.
Lord Baccaro has arrived, Duchess. He brought that Lady Arabelle with him.
Welcome to Castle Navir. You're Lady Arabelle's assistant, yes? Then you know these festivities are only for appearance's sake. Our guests of honor have yet to be found. Rest assured, I intend to bring the I'm aware of most things that happen on my isle. It's true we didn't connect reports of mysterious knights to the Ascendant Order until recently, but now that we know they are one and the same, I suggest that you and Lady Arabelle leave this matter in our hands. My knights have already pinpointed several sites where the Ascendant Order gathers. They are scouring High Isle for our missing guests even as we speak. Which is why I prefer to handle this discreetly. I suspect House Mornard is behind this. They profit greatly from the war, and they still hold a grudge against my house for overshadowing their own. Frankly, I put nothing past them. One should be careful when talking about one's neighbors. Still, Count Mornard's dislike of my family is well known. Years ago, his father backed King Ronser of Shornhelm in his dispute with High King Emmerich. Emmerich did not forget it. He punished Avreep Mornard by stripping him of his ducal title and granting it to my father instead. The Mornards remain counts, with holdings and estates throughout the Isles. But the Duforts are now the Dukes of the Sisters. My family builds ships. Our shipyards construct the finest vessels to ply the western seas. In reward for our service, High King Emmerich granted us the Duchy of Sisters. We rule with care and compassion for all, even the Mornards.
I don't believe we've met. John Mornard, a pleasure. My family is in shipping. We import goods from the mainland and send wares from the archipelago to markets in Tamriel. You're the investigator working with Lady Arabelle, aren't you? The Duchess explained everything to the court just before you arrived. If Lady Arabelle had consulted us, things would be different. We know what hazard... Don't tell me you buy into this Ascendant Order nonsense! A shadowy order of knights working to undermine the governments all across Tamriel. Alea gained her station by currying favor in High Rock. Then she made a show of backing Lord Baccaro's steadfast... My family ruled the archipelago for generations, but the Duforts were never happy in our shadow. They spent years poisoned. The High King's... Goodness, no!
Such a waste. I have little patience for the vanity of our noble houses on the best of days. Right now, I'm sure we all have better things. I try to keep up on matters of state, but I confess, a hypothesis that matches my own. While my sister chases bandit knights across the countryside, I don't think that storm was natural. The druids wield old magics and... Magic is the legacy and heritage of the Breton people. We Bretons trace our ancestry to Needs and elves who intermingled during the early history of High Rock. Therefore, spellcraft is in our blood, and we all at least have some talent with magic. I find the subject fascinating and decided to embrace it. No, some have forgotten our traditions.
Might I offer you a refreshment, friend? Didn't think I'd miss this little soiree, did you? Listen, I have it on good authority from a very accommodating chambermaid, in fact, that the Duchess has been looking into... Not Jakarn, waiter Fred. I'm in disguise. I told you about the chambermaid, right? She's one of the Duchess's personal assistants. Well, she told me where the Duchess keeps her... Nobles and the upper staff never pay attention to the common hell. I'll lure the guards away from the doors, but I'll need your help. Talk to one of the musicians and ask them to play the tune Stagger and...
Something you need, friend? I don't really take requests. Duchess Alea provided a list of approved songs she wanted performed. That one definitely isn't one of them. Not that she would know. Well, there is a lady I'm interested in. Layla. Highborn, you know. Out of my class. Normally, I'd never even be in the same room as her. Could you give her this letter? The most beautiful lady at the banquet.
Oh, hello. Did I just see you speaking to that bard at a stair? I notice he keeps stealing glances at me. Of course, He did? A letter? How charming. I wish he would just approach me directly, but of course he must worry about how that would look.
You delivered the letter? What did she say? Really? By Mara's grace, I hope she agrees. Nothing more soon?
Lords and ladies of the court, I dedicate this song and dance to the most buxom, curvaceous, voluptuous of all royals, Duchess Alea.
You! Get down from there at once! Stop this nonsense!
will bring down the old regime. Lightning and lava will herald in a new age.
No one is beyond our reach. Stand aside and you will find a place in the new regime. Stand against us, and you will be brought to your knees.
Oh, good, you're all right. It seems our adversary has decided to send a message to all those in attendance. Submit or die. A classic. Did you uncover anything useful before the Ascendant Magus? I see. Did you notice how the ground shook when he unleashed his storm? That's not a magic I've seen before. Somehow he's... Because the Ascendant Magus has made a show of wanting us to... Among the other... Lord Baccaro, it may not be safe to return to Steadfast Manor.
Nonsense. I refuse to hide from these cretins. I'll double my guard, but they won't drive me from my home.
Very well. I'll check in with you later. Jakan, let's go. And put on a shirt, my dear.
this? It must be the work of the
I
Ascendant
have
Order.
visited High Isle several times over the years. Never storm and fire. I am. Oh.
Was it too much to hope that one of High Isle's nobles would openly admit their guilt? Ah, well. At least, if this map really points to... The map you acquired provides a number. One is clearly the Dufort shipyards, where the house could... I'll leave that to you. Investigate all three and report back here. I'll send Jakan to the docks, Captain Colleen to the cave, and Valencia to the grove. Rendezvous with them at each location, and see what you can uncover about our rogue knights. We don't know what the Ascendant Order... A review of the evidence. Excellent idea. Lord Bacaro is sponsoring peace talks here on High Isle. But the ships carrying High King Emmerich, Queen Irene... An excellent deduction. Precisely. Since we also...